4 bedtime habits you must avoid after 70. Imagine this. A 71-year-old man, seemingly healthy, dies peacefully in his sleep. No signs of illness, no pre-warning symptoms, just a quiet and sudden end. This scenario may sound scary, but it's something that can happen more often than we think. And many of these deaths could potentially be linked to poor bedtime habits. But here's the good news. You can reduce your risk by adjusting your habits. So in today's video, we're going to cover 4 bedtime habits you must avoid after 70 in order to stay healthy and sleep soundly as you age. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment below the affirmation, "I prioritize my health to commit to taking care of yourself." Let's jump in. 4 bedtime habits to avoid after 70. Habit 1. Going to bed on a full stomach. First up, let's talk about going to bed on a full stomach. This might seem harmless, but it can lead to some serious problems, especially as you age. Take Mr. Davis, a 73-year-old man who loves a big dinner, usually with lots of meat and potatoes, right before bed. He enjoys his meals, but Mr. Davis doesn't realize that by the time he's lying in bed, his body is still trying to digest that heavy meal. This can lead to acid reflux, indigestion, and even a risk of choking, especially for older adults. Instead, consider something lighter in the evening. For example, Mrs. Allen, a 70-year-old woman, switched to eating lighter meals like grilled fish with vegetables and a small portion of rice. She eats at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, and as a result, she sleeps better and wakes up feeling refreshed. So, the takeaway here, avoid heavy meals at night. Instead, opt for a light snack, like a small bowl of oatmeal or a piece of fruit. That's easier on the digestive system. Habit 2. Using electronics right before bed. Next, let's talk about electronics. Most of us are guilty of using our phones or watching TV before bed, but for those over 70, it could seriously mess with your sleep. Meet Mr. and Mrs. Thomas, both in their late 70s. Every night, they both enjoy scrolling through their phones or watching late-night shows before bed. What they don't know is that the blue light emitted from their screens is tricking their brains into thinking it's still daytime. As a result, their melatonin production is suppressed, making it harder for them to fall asleep. Research has shown that blue light exposure before sleep can reduce melatonin by as much as 20%, which makes it harder to fall asleep, and even harder to stay asleep. So, instead of checking your phone or watching TV, try setting up a more relaxing bedtime routine. Mrs. Martinez, a 71-year-old woman, has a great routine. She reads a book, listens to soothing music, or enjoys a warm cup of chamomile tea. This helps her wind down naturally and fall asleep faster. Remember, try to put away electronics 30 to 60 minutes before bed to let your brain get ready for rest. Habit 3. Relying on over-the-counter sleep aids. Let's talk about another common habit, relying on over-the-counter sleep aids. Many older adults turn to these pills because they're easy to find, but they can have serious long-term consequences. Mr. Jacobs, a 72-year-old retiree, takes an over-the-counter sleep aid every night to help him sleep. While it works at first, he often wakes up feeling groggy and foggy, and after months of using it, he starts to notice his memory isn't what it used to be and his balance is off. This is a common side effect of these sleep aids, especially in older adults. Sleep medications like antihistamines can cause drowsiness the next day, memory loss, and increased fall risk. They can also make it harder for your body to naturally fall asleep in the long run. Instead of reaching for sleep aids, consider trying natural alternatives. Ms. Harris, a 71-year-old woman, switched to using melatonin supplements under her doctor's advice and herbal teas like chamomile and valerian root. These have helped her sleep more soundly without the grogginess. Before you try any sleep aid, always consult your doctor about natural alternatives to ensure they're safe for you. Habit 4. Staying up too late. Finally, let's talk about staying up too late. We all think we can catch up on sleep, but in reality, staying up too late can hurt you in the long run. Mrs. Edwards, 75 years old, used to stay up late watching TV and reading, telling herself she didn't need as much sleep as she once did. But over time, she noticed she was feeling more fatigued, had trouble concentrating, and even started experiencing mood swings. Lack of sleep is one of the major culprits behind these symptoms. The truth is, no matter how old you are, your body still needs 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Lack of sleep can increase your risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. For example, Mr. Kelly, a 71-year-old man, used to stay up until 1 a.m. watching his favorite shows. But after realizing the effects on his health, he decided to adjust. Now, he tries to get to bed by 10 p.m. every night. He sets a relaxing routine with dim lights, a warm shower, and a book before bed, and he wakes up feeling much more refreshed and alert. So, start by setting a consistent bedtime that allows you to get at least 7 hours of sleep each night. Your body will thank you for it. Let's quickly recap these 4 bedtime habits to avoid after 70. 1. Avoid eating large meals before bed. Aim for lighter, easier to digest meals 2 to 3 hours before sleep. 2. Limit screen time. Try reading a book or listening to relaxing music instead of using electronics before bed. 3. Avoid relying on over-the-counter sleep aids. Opt for natural remedies like herbal teas or melatonin, with your doctor's approval. 4. Go to bed at a reasonable time. A consistent bedtime allows your body to get the full rest it needs to stay healthy. These small changes can significantly improve your sleep quality and overall well-being, helping you lead a longer, healthier life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with "I prioritize my health." And tell me, which of these habits are you going to change tonight? Let's all commit to healthier sleep and a better tomorrow. End screen. Thanks for watching with subscribe button.